Hey gang, we're really glad to see you tonight, that you could come out once again for our marriage enrichment group. And we just thank you all for being here. We also want to thank you for sharing your concerns and your celebrations.
Especially the celebrations.
Yeah, we always like to hear about those things. So thank you very much. We got a little subject for you tonight that we want to go over, and I'm going to introduce that to you. So,
We call it couple communication. That we feel is really the basis for all good marriages. So we're just going to cover three things tonight. There's lots to be covered, but we're going to cover three key things.
kind of basics.
Yeah, and one of the things is, and this may look awkward to you, but we're going to talk about couple dialogue. Okay, and so there's a positioning you have to do when you have to do this. You have the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Right, honey?
Right.
Okay, we're going to show them how they
You
have
ready?
to sit. Yeah.
Here we go. One,
So-
2, 3.
You got to look at each other. It's hard to look at each other in the eyeballs if you're sitting next to each other. So you need to sit across from each other and
Knee to
touch.
knee.
It's also difficult to be angry with each other or to stay angry with each other if you're touching.
Yeah.
So you get close together.
Right?
You look each other in the eyes,
Eye to eye.
and we're going to begin our dialogue by learning to listen.
Right.
And what we've always had difficulty with is when he's talking, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say after he's done talking. And what do you do?
Same thing.
Okay. So
Neither one of us are listening.
exactly. So what we're trying to do is we're going to teach you a little technique we call reflective listening. And what that is if he has let's say you're the talker, right?
Okay.
You be the talker, I'll be the listener. That means I have a full-time job, and that job is only to listen to him, to what he says. And so if I mess that up, I've not done my job well.
Okay?
So he would say something
Right.
like,
What might be, you know, lunch today was really lousy at work.
I'm hearing you say you didn't have a good lunch today.
Yeah.
What? Tell me more. What
Well,
happened?
the tuna fish was, well, it was bad.
And you like tuna fish.
I
so
did.
Okay, and what we would do is we continue to talk, and I would say to him, is there any more? Particularly if he's sharing a problem area or a stress area. And I would say, is this what I'm hearing you saying? Is that correct?
Yeah. Did I get it right?
Did I get it right? And then if he says, well, not quite, well then tell me more.
Or
Tell me again.
Repeat it again.
And when I know that I have completely heard him, then I will take the talking role, and he will have to be the listener. When we get into a conflict, this is a beautiful way to sit down and do it, because I can't fully understand him until I've fully heard him, and he can't fully understand me. Okay, and you want to talk about...
You want to talk about I statements and you statements?
Yeah, you want to explain what we mean by that?
Well, most of the time when we converse, we happen to use, in a lot of cases, you statements. And you statements can be very accusatory, so almost attack dog oriented, if you pardon the expression. And it's like, you know, you didn't take the trash out today.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. But I could have said something like, you know, my feelings were really hurt today that you didn't take the garbage out. That still didn't cut it, right?
Or how
And
about...
you still in there.
Yeah, how about he comes home late and he's supposed to be home at 6 o'clock for dinner, and I've got this wonderful dinner crew, and he got caught at work at the last minute, but he didn't call. And so I am burning by the time he gets home. I've had
So is
time
the
to
dinner.
steam. And so I say, you really made me angry when you didn't even bother to call, and here you are an hour late. Well, that is coming on strong, sure to cause a conflict. But it would be better to say, honey, I really got concerned and kind of afraid when I realized that it was 45 minutes, you still weren't here. It would be really helpful to me in the future if you could just grab a minute to make a quick phone call and let me know that you're going to be late. You see the difference in the soft approach and the I approach? So those are two areas, the reflective listening and the I approach, and learning to dialogue, and we do a check-in time every day. And there's two things that are important in a check-in time. What did you do today, and how did you feel about it? And then we usually go, what do you got on docket for tomorrow, and how do you feel about that? And this was funny. When we first started doing this several years ago, remember what you said? I said, how'd you feel about that? And you said, fine.
I feel fine.
And
Yeah,
I said,
that's my
darling,
favorite
fine
response.
is not a feeling. We got to keep going on that and search for it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you an opportunity to kind of reflect on your own marriage.
Okay.
And so we're going to do what we call the three things, and we just love this. Three things that you like best about your marriage.
Right,
Three things that you think could be better.
right. And
And
three things I'm willing to do to make
To
things
make
better.
things better. Three things you like best, three things you think could be a little better, and what are my three things I'm willing to do?
To make it better.
So, we're going to pass out this exercise, you do that, and then you're going to discuss with your partner, and you're going to try to do this reflective listening so you can actually hear what he and she's saying.
Individually, off by yourselves.